Welcome. Welcome to Mercury 80. I'm your host, Sally, and I've just started this channel, and I'll be very pleased if you join me. See how we go. So I'll tell you the origins and how it started. And about 2 years ago, my work took me way out into the wilds, about an hour away from where I live, quite literally in the middle of nowhere. And it's a very rural area. The only things you'll see are foxes and owls and the bats. A few deer. See lots of wild animals out at night. So I have to take it very carefully on those roads, just for the wildlife. So I'd done the work I was going to do and I was heading back. And it was such a cold, crisp, it was sort of late October, first frosts, and the sky was full of stars, crystal clear. So there was a whole lot of trees and forestry on my left-hand side, so I parked there. There was no worry, I could park in the middle of the road because we're not likely to see a car, probably for several days. It's so remote. So I parked there and I walked across to the fence line, and it's just an uninterrupted view of stars. No street lights to pollute it. There were no headlights in the distance or anything. Well, everybody had gone to bed, I suppose, at that time of night. But I could see the stars, miles and miles of them. I could see planets. I could see the constellations. I could see the space station and shooting stars. It was a fabulous night. But suddenly, I became very aware of a presence coming from the forest behind me. A rushing presence. And suddenly, I felt overwhelmed by this behind me. And it's very, very, very unnerving. I ran. I legged it. Legged it back to the vehicle, fumbling for my keys, getting the keys in the ignition, and I bailed it fast as I could go down that road. And it's just a single track, really. So that stayed with me for a few days. That it really unnerved me. Don't know so much about the fear, it was unexpected, but I didn't feel it was a dark entity, whatever it was. I couldn't see anything. It's as if someone had come to see what I was up to, just to see. 4 months later, I'm in the same area. And I'd done the work I needed to do, and I had about 30 minutes to kill. It was 10:30 at night, so it wasn't really late. So I parked up. There's no houses around, nothing like that. And sure enough, I'd been there about 2 or 3 minutes, and I suddenly felt these eyes staring at me. There was a hedge line off to my right. I couldn't see anything. I looked, and I thought, it's this feeling again. There's someone there. There's someone watching me. It's very unnerving. I thought, where is the nearest streetlights to here? And they were a fair bit down the road. So I drove to them. I thought, I have to be near light. For some reason, I am spooked. So I parked up, switched the engine off. Thought, at last, I feel a little bit more comfortable here. It starts again. I could feel this feeling that I was being watched. Switched the engine on, and I put my fog lights on at the back. And I just got this feeling that someone was behind the vehicle. There was something about it being behind the vehicle. And I put the reversing lights on and get the white light. There's nothing there. Looked in the mirrors, I looked to the right, looked down to the left. Central mirror. It was very, very spooky. There was nothing to see. And as I thought about it, I realised I believe there's a forest family out there. How do I know? I don't. to research it. So over the past few weeks, months, I have been covering that area. I've been researching it. And funnily enough, there's a forest not very far from where I live. And I have seen some very strange tree designs and things in there. I think this is really unusual. Somebody in this city must be just playing around and making shapes. But I've now come to realise that that's the calling card. That's saying, hello, we're here. Come and seek us out. So I've researched that quite a lot. And you'll see that in the videos to come. But the research area that I have has become very interesting. And as we go along on this journey together, I'd love you to join me. And we'll see how we go. Hopefully, it'll be as interesting to you as it has been to me. And I think that we're going to find some very surprising things. I do have a little bit of intuitiveness, and I'll use that as I go along. I also use divining rods, but I'm learning. We're all learning. And hopefully, who knows what we're going to find. So join me. And as dark as it is now, this is just to show you the area. When I was out there, it was dark like this. But let me tell you, there's no way I'm going to explore that in the dark. Oh no. That's good. That would take nerves of steel. I haven't got that at all. So join me on the journey and welcome to Mercury 80. This is the new Bigfoot channel. Woohoo! And there is plenty of woo.